Alrighty then. Successful Indie Author 5-Minute Focus, episode 930. Talking to real people. Screw that. Write more books. That's it for my bullet points on this one. Most authors that I've talked to are introverts in some regard, one way or another. And you can tell an introvert in a group setting because they'll either be not talking to people, just sipping a drink and watching, or they'll be using very, very canned phraseology, canned activations, canned where they start a conversation with something canned, how are you? And canned responses. This is the most thing. This is when extroverts trying to get introverts to talk, canned responses. And look at the expression on their face. It assumes the exact same expression, and it's a canned response. Extroverts just have a greater variety of canned responses to open up conversations in different ways or just direct the conversation all over the place. Authors, generally introverts. Okay, it's fine. Now, you do need to talk to people, but you can avoid the small talk. And that's probably the best thing that you can do is, hey, what genre do you write? Because this is what interests you. The genre, the stories, the marketing, the stuff you don't like, but you know you have to do. You don't have to talk to people. You can stay anonymous. You can write. You can do it. I mean, look at Alan Parsons' project from the 70s. They never did tours. They did all studio bands and did great. And then there's the Bella Forrest, a ghostwriter, made millions with great stories, and then self-destructed later, but that never knew who they were. You can do all that. But as a rising professional, working to make your craft better, working to expand your sales, you need to talk to people. But you can do it in a good way. What genre do you write? You don't have to put that kind of pressure on yourself like, oh, I hate marketing. That's because you've only had negative experiences with marketing. Good marketing is a boost, makes you feel good because you say something about your book. You present it in a different way. Instead of, hey, buy my book, it's, man, look at these characters, what they're doing. Isn't that crazy? And you get the readership to talk about the characters in that way. And then you follow that conversation, and it's energizing. It's rejuvenating, makes you want to write that next book. Positive reinforcement. That's what you're looking for as in your interactions with humanity. And then there are people who I never heard of you. You write books? Yeah. It's okay. You're used to that. So when you're go to a in-person sales event, a Comic-Con or a book sales event of any kind, and start presenting your books, yeah, it's like fingernails on a chalkboard. Do they even have chalkboards anymore? Anyway, if you remember those, fingernails on a chalkboard is really makes your teeth put your teeth on edge. Talking with people. You have to write more books. So that's the nice drawback is you do need a backlist. So you do need the 4 list. You do need to fulfill those pre-orders. So yes, you can always default to writing more books. But think as a business professional, what do you need for your business? And sometimes you do need to talk to people. Go to conferences, go to writing retreats, go to other events where there will be authors there, authors of at least where you are or higher. And if there's authors who are still just starting out, help them. Reach a hand back and give them a hand. Give them some advice. Keep writing. Sounds good. Tell me about your premise. Oh my God, you put them on the spot, but you absolutely need to be able to talk about your book. You absolutely have to, because you wrote it. It's your idea. What made it great in your mind that made you want to write it? Keep that, hold that tight. Hold that tightly and be able to explain, but just a little bit, little snippets, and grow as you get more questions and engage and do the same thing for others. Be interested in what they're doing, and you're going to find out that it'll help you immensely. So talk to real people. Yes, you always need to write that next book too. Peace, fellow humans.